Hello, good morning, my fellow VP blockers. Before we get into it, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, make it through the whole video. A lot of people are watching, they're not subscribing, they're not thumbs up in the video. Now, I understand I don't have a lot of magic tricks, whoosh, and I'm in another room and woo, magic and fire. And no, I don't have none of that. I just have facts for you. Okay, so like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Feel free to comment. I understand some people are, well, where's your degree in finance? I don't have a degree in finance. I didn't even graduate high school. Yes, I'm a high school dropout, but I did graduate from the street life of being a dumbass and not paying attention to people who tried to help me university. So I had to learn the hard way when I was younger, 40 years old now, and I'm in a much better place because I started to listen to people that are older and doing better, and I got my life together being a dumbass, okay? So my last video, I said I was gonna talk about Tesla and why I won't invest in individual shares of Tesla. Now, I'm gonna give you a breakdown. I did some recon. Here we go. The reason why I won't invest in Tesla's individual shares, and it scares the hell out of me that they're even in the S&P 500 and your total stock market index, is because they're trading at 327.15 times earnings. A lot of people don't understand what the hell that means. What that means is you're paying today a price what you think it's going to be in the future when the earnings come in. That's what you're doing. I don't have a crystal ball. If you do, but more power to you. If I did have a fucking crystal ball, I would be playing the Powerball or the Mega Millions. I would not be investing in stocks. I would just, boom, hit the lottery and be done. Now, I'm going to give you a breakdown. In 1999, when I would have graduated high school, yes, I made it to my senior year, failed 2 classes, and never went back for my high school diploma. I was just like, you know what? I'll drive a truck. I'll be okay, whatever. I was fortunate enough where I end up being okay doing that, but hit some bumps along the way. And a lot of people don't end up learning their lesson, but I did. So I had some great potential back then. And the potential was being able to spot bullshit, because I was a bullshit artist back then. And one of my gifts now is I could spot someone when they're talking bullshit, when they don't have a lot of proof, when they're doing a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Now, in 1999, when I got out of high school, your top 10 S&P 500 stocks back then were Microsoft, General Electric, Cisco Systems, Walmart, Exxon, Intel, Lucent Technologies, IBM, Citigroup, and AOL. Who the fuck remembers AOL? All you old heads out there, you remember AOL in the chat rooms and all that shit? Okay. Now, Lucent Technologies, they're not even around no more. Guess what? They went out of business. Corporate greed. They're cooking the books. They kept doing acquisitions. That's a red flag. When a company keeps buying other companies, they're trying to hide their balance sheets and their earnings, and they're trying to put money on the books, money off the books. AOL, who the hell remembers AOL? Where are they at today? Where's AOL? Okay. Fast forward 22 years. 2021, baby. Here we are. Top 10 companies. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Alphabet A, Alphabet C. There is no real difference. The only one between them is one you can vote on the board, and the other one you can't really vote. It's something else, like your shareholders have a vote. The other ones are the insiders and you can't vote. It's weird shit. Tesla, okay, Nvidia, Berkshire Hathaway, and JP Morgan Chase. The only company that is still there 22 years ago and now is Microsoft. What I'm getting at is people who try to pick individual stocks in your portfolio. This is why they say you should have an S&P 500 fund for 90% or 85% of your portfolio, is because you're not going to be able to keep doing the homework on what's leaving and what's coming back. I'll leave the link in the description of where I got this information from. It's a really cool website. You actually can go from year to year and see what companies were added and what companies were taken off. Now, in 1999, you had AOL and Lucent Technologies. A year later, in 2000, in the year 2000, the whole dot-com bubble mayhem, AOL was replaced and Lucent Technologies was replaced with Citigroup. And I'm going to come out and say, I think it was Citigroup and AIG. Now, here's my thing about Tesla. Benjamin Graham's book, The Intelligent Investor, if you read that book, I believe it's the commentary in chapter 14. He says, be aware and stay away from CEOs and hedge fund portfolio managers that are always in the news. They always got to be in front of the TV. They always got to be touting their stock or their fund. They always got to stay relevant. Elon Musk is always in the news. He's either tweeting something, he's on Joe Rogan's podcast, he's talking about something, Bitcoin and all this. Who's the CEO of Exxon? Who's the CEO of McCormick Spices? Who's the CEO of 3M? Who's the CEO of Procter & Gamble? You will never know unless you Google them because they're never in the news. They know they have a product and it sells itself. What Tesla is doing is, what you're pretty much saying, and my whole point of this video is, your hottest stocks of the past will not be your hottest stocks of the future. So if Tesla's trading at 300 and some odd times share earnings, you're paying today for a stock that might not even be in the S&P 500 or might not even be in business. You don't think these people who invested in AOL and Lucent Technologies, all these companies, you don't think they thought their stock was going to be the future? IBM's revenue has been declining 5, 6, 7 years. Cisco Systems still isn't trading back at the market cap what it was back in 1999. They're still not there. They're still not back where they were. So why would I invest in a company of speculation? There's no moat around it. There's no real moat around Tesla. Every automaker right now is making EV cars. And I know what people are going to say, yeah, but they make, housing equipment and solar. Here's what people don't understand. Okay. They're hot right now. But what happens when we do go into a recession? A lot of people are too young. They don't understand what a real recession is because they were born in 2000 or they were born in 1996 and 1997. And they were too young to feel a 2008 housing crisis because they don't really remember unless they went through it and their family lost a home. What I'm saying is this. You throw your money into Tesla because it's the hottest stock. It's on, everybody knows about it. It's not a secret. Say there's a recession. Who the hell is going to buy a $70,000 to a $200,000 car during a recession? The first people and the first companies that get hit are your car companies. People's cars start getting repoed. Who's going to go out and redo their solar panels when there's a recession, when they might be losing their home? Who's going to buy this car when they can go out and they can buy a used Prius that's a plug-in or it's a hybrid? People think Tesla is the state-of-the-art whatever. No. Honda Insight and Toyota been working on electric cars and hybrid cars for how many years now? Your Chevy Volt was an all-electric car. But because Tesla's the newest, coolest thing, and Tesla's having a lot of problems with their cars, but that they're trying to keep hush hush. They're having a lot of problems with these cars, with the autopilot system, with not being able to get parts for them, with if you get into an accident, your insurance company is charging the hell out of you. It's more to insure a Tesla. It's hard to get parts for a Tesla. Ask anyone with a Tesla how much insurance they pay. So I'm trying to save you some money and not join the crowd. I never lived up to my full potential because being smart back then was, oh, how come you're not hanging with us? You're not chilling. You're going to school. I fell into that trap. Don't worry about what people think of you. Live up to your potential. Don't be investing in something if everyone else is investing in it. If everyone else is investing in it, that means it's not a secret. It's not a hidden stock. Now I invest in individual stocks for dividends, not to build a portfolio. 85 to 90% of my net worth is in an autopilot S&P 500 international fund, total stock market index fund. It's on autopilot. Every month, money goes in. One of the funds I do have is called a Mad Money account. It's where I buy dividends. And if I am going to buy something speculative, it's going to be in that fund. But if it crashes, it's not going to hurt me. A lot of people are throwing the Hail Mary pass, and you're throwing everything into Tesla and cryptocurrencies on speculation. If you know the future, why are you not playing the lotto? You're better off just playing the lotto. What you're saying is these stocks are going to be where they're at. 327 times earnings. Do you know what that is? People don't understand. You really got to look at this. You're paying now what you think the stock is going to be down the road. If something bad happens again, who saw that whole 2020 who saw that happen? Nobody knew that was going to happen. And so if you know 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 20 years from now what's going to happen, good luck to you. So just remember, I warned you. Our parents and older people tell us stuff not to hate on us or to pigeonhole us. Some people do. But most people who love us, they try to tell us to help us. I love all you guys. I want you to win. I'm telling you because I've learned from experience on speculating. You got to buy things that are going to be around. If there's another crash, did people stop drinking Pepsi? Did people stop drinking Coke? No. Liquor stores were mobbed. People were mixing alcohol to Jack and Coke. There's things that will be around forever, and there's things that will be hot, and it'll be old in the future. Okay? The Lucent Technologies, but where they at? AOL, where they at? So I'm going to leave the link in the description of where I got this from. It's a great site. You can go from year to year to see what companies were in, what companies were taken out. And the one good thing about an S&P 500 fund is, and a total stock market fund, your portfolio turnover is low. That means low taxes. That means they very rarely trade. Okay? When some stocks are not doing good, they'll kick them out the Dow Jones, or they'll kick them out the S&P or the NASDAQ. These are funds that very rarely trade, because when they do that, it creates capital gains. It creates, a tax problem. So this is why a lot of your big people like your Warren Buffett say S&P 500 is the best thing you can do. You don't got to do anything. Your companies of 1999 that were hot, guess what? They're duds. 2021, if you own that fund, you ain't have to do nothing. They did everything for you. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I hope you made it to the end. The only company in 21 years, 22 years is Microsoft that's still there. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Get it. No regrets.